excited? I am so excited. Honestly, I am on the verge of a nosebleed. I am that excited. It is the launch day, of course, of our brand new schedule. This is a brand new show. It's a brand new time slot. And what do we need for a brand new show and a brand new time slot? We need a fabulous guest. And Craig's here. How are you, Craig? Fresh from your Wake Up Call with Craig show. I was going to say Craig. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here, so I've got Craig. But I thought that would have been mean. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing fine. Nerves have eased slightly now. Back into a bit more of a comfort zone with you, and we've got a really good hour coming up. It's going to be jam-packed, and it's going to be so quick.
Awesome. It's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. It's a 1 hour show. It's kind of a 2 hour show. We're going to give you a little bit of an instalment firstly in the morning at 11 a.m. UK time, which is 6 a.m. East Coast time. And then the other instalment comes up at 7 p.m. UK time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time. So everything in this show, so the thing about Craft Vault is it always follows a theme. You'll see a theme running across all the deals that we have in the show for you. And today's is a good one. Because buy one, get one free is it's great, isn't it? Buy two, get one free is good, right? Buy one, get one free is awesome. But we knew that we needed to start it in style. So we're going to do buy one, get two free. I said you buy one,
you get two free.
Absolutely, you do. How exciting is that? Across everything. So get yourself over to the website right now, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu, and have a look at all of the awesome deals. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, because it's buy one, get two free, what we're not going to do is give you, licensed products, some premium product. Oh no, absolutely we are. All great stuff in this show. As I would say, all thriller, no filler. We've got great products for you as well. We're going to kick it off with the Molly Harrison stamps. Now, these should be $9.99 individually. However, today, $9.99 gets you all three of these, which is awesome. That means, as a Club Inspired Platinum member, you save almost £22 or $33. I know. Absolutely awesome value for money every single time. So you've got three collections in here. Poppies of Amethyst. Now, Poppies of Amethyst is one that you're actually paying for. This is all you're paying for. You're getting the other two free. What I love about it is nice big focal point on each one of these stamps. Lots of embellishments in here to enable you to create a full project. And you've got your sentiments in there as well, which is awesome. So it means that you're going to be able to create something magical with just one of the sets. However, you get three. You've got Martha's Garden. Oh, she looks so sultry, doesn't she, there? Against the tree. Her wings fluttering, ready to take flight. And then finally, the other one we got is Fairy Tale of Dreams. Imagine how much fun you're going to have colouring up all this hair. However, shut the front door, shut the back door, and close the warehouse doors. This one is 70% sold out already. If you want this, I would say you have to get it right away. The thing is with the Craft Vault, right, because the deals are so good, they just won't let us have that much stock. Simon and the rest of the team next door, you know what Simon's like, he doesn't want to give it all away. Rightfully so. So we have secured great deals for you. What we haven't secured, I'm afraid, across a lot of these, is an awful lot of stock. So count yourself lucky that you're watching this first instalment today, because I can guarantee that that will not be here a little later in the show. Now, we've also got coming up for you as well, Nature's Garden, as you can see here. This is beautiful butterflies that we're talking about. Now, I want to share with you what you've got in here, because this is a three-piece collection, okay? So you are basically buying in this collection the Rose Bloom. So let me show you the Rose Bloom first. This is the bit you're paying for, $19.99, worth every single penny of that price, because it's a beautiful layering stamp, but then what you also have is you have the dies that are going to enable you to cut that out. So if you love, like I know our Craig does, beautiful traditional decoupage, this is definitely something you're going to be able to do that. So you buy that, you get the other two totally free of charge. We've also got this awesome intricate trellis die for you. Now I love the fact that not only have we given you a removable outside cutting edge, we've given you a removable inside cutting edge as well. I know, so you've got loads of possibilities with this. And then the other element that you are getting in here as well is this beautiful butterfly stamp and die collection too, which is awesome. It is really lovely. You're saving over 60%. Platinum members, excuse me, I think I've got a frog in my throat this morning. not an actual frog, that'd be scary. A metaphorical one. Club members are saving £36.98 or £53.93. I know, 1999, 1995. Grab it whilst we've got it. It's so awesome that we've even managed to get Nature's Garden in the show today as well. I have a feeling, we've got Erin and Liam in the gallery with us this morning. I have a feeling, Erin, I'm going to get really messy today, already, I mean, there's stuff everywhere. There's a lot of stuff on this show, and it's already proving a little bit of a problem. Right, up next, layering stencils. Absolutely love these, because what they are in essence are 3 different stencils that you can use individually if you want to. When you use them individually, they give you these 3 different looks and feels, all of which can be used on their own. But boom, as our Tiffany would say, you use them together and look at what you get. You get the most awesome feel there. So this one that you're looking at here firstly, this is a geometric diamonds. You're also going to get in this collection the geometric florals. Love this, very Moroccan tile, isn't it? And you're also going to get the Argyle as well, which is going to allow you to create that just there. You would normally pay £7.99 for one. You are paying £7.99 for all 3. Platinum members, you're saving £17.58 or £17.49. Is that right? A third of the stock almost already sold out and gone. You're going to need to be quick for these ones. I think along with those stamps that I showed you, the Molly Harrison stamps, these are going to go very quickly this morning. What I'd like to know over on social media, oh my word, there's so many of you chatting away already. Peggy is in from New York. Vida from Pasadena. Is that, hang on, what time zone are we in there in Pasadena? That's Texas. It is early, I'm guessing. Michelle is in from Jersey. Jill's in North Yorkshire. Diane in Tennessee. Lynn's in Essex, my home county. Big up, Lynn. Sally as well says, who enjoyed the Wake Up Call show? Me. It was great. I'd love to know what you thought of Craig's wake-up call. I think it was awesome. I feel like I need a wake-up call with Craig every single day, like a personal one, Craig. If you could ring me on the way in and make sure I'm up, that'd be good, because I'm terrible at getting up in the morning. I'd love to know as well how you're feeling about this brand new schedule. Are you excited for all of the brand new shows that we're going to be bringing you this week? As of now, so many of you watching us at the moment, so busy. Craig, loads in this show. How have you managed to narrow it down to what you're going to squeeze into like 1 hour?
With great difficulty. So I thought what we'll do is we'll just focus on the actual concept of the products that we've chosen for this show. So straight away, as you were saying, you were going over the stencils within these ones here, so you can build upon them. In each set, you're actually getting 3 sets within each one. So let's take this one out. We're going to go for the geometric diamonds. So you're going to see this is how they look. So you can absolutely use them separate if you want, a lot of different ways. They are obviously at a 5x7, but you can then cut into them. Not obviously the stencil, but the cardstock. Now you can do your inking and stenciling on your grass mat, but I do just like to use my wipeable craft mat. So what I'm going to do is let's just take a bit of our white smooth cardstock. I'm just going to trim this one down that wee bit more, and we're going to start to ink these ones up. Now I'm using some water reactive ink. What I'm also using is our blending tools. Maybe a bit of a sneak peek as to Monday Makers later on, but what we can do is we can bring one of these in. Now I'm going to go for green topaz, lemon tonic and ocean blue, and these are part of our water reactive. Works best with the water reactive when it comes to these ones. And of course, if you want to be using your stick and spray, your temp adhesive one, you can do. But let's just take one of them at the moment. You do get kind of roughly a bit of a step-by-step guide, but you can use them in any way that you want. So let's go for this one here. I'm saying number 1, but again, you can then just have them in any way that you wish. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape it. I'm not going to spray it down, but I will just use my tape to hold it down. And then I'm going to bring in my blending tool with my foam. And what I'm doing is I'm going to start with the yellow, the lemon tonic. So I'm just inking my ink pad up. So I'm just getting that colour nicely coated onto my sponge. What I'm going to do, I'm just dabbing a little bit of the excess onto my craft mat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go direct over my stencil. Now keeping in mind, if you do use your sprays, that's going to hold it in completely into place. But because we've got so much to go through on Craft Vault, I'm not going to.
You're going rogue, Craig.
I'm going rogue, and I'm just going to hold it down with a little bit of tape and then with my fingers.
What was the highlight of your morning show this morning, Craig?
Oh,
if you don't say it was your mum,
Yeah.
I'm going to come over there and slap you with a wet
Well,
fish.
yeah.
I wouldn't because I don't condone violence, but you know what I'm saying.
You know, obviously, couldn't have the first show without Sarah on, could we? Absolutely couldn't.
Good save. Good
Couldn't
save,
have
Craig.
a show without Ben. The reason I didn't have you, Joe, is because I was on with you, so I thought we'd have the chance. Although, Joe may be coming on in a show very soon. If you've seen us on Saturday, we kind of told you when.
Saturday what?
On Saturday, when we were together, we told everyone when you were going to come on.
Yeah, sorry, we did. What you've got to understand is that, yeah, I know, the thing is, like, I'm deaf at the best of times. When our studio was the size of a small garden shed, I used to struggle to hear what people were saying in there. Now it's like a football stadium, so I'm like, what? And I was with Debbie over the weekend as well. And Debbie is a little bit deaf like me, so between the two of us, we had no idea what we were saying. I do it. Yes.
Yeah,
go back and have a look at my Facebook if you don't know what Craig is on about. Yeah, I feel like that could be the next UK Eurovision entry, you know.
Could very well be. You never know. You never know. You do like that, so I could see that.
Apparently, you were on fire this morning, according to Yvonne. Kate says the Wake Up Call show made the Scotty Hottie's mum and me so proud. How lovely is that?
Aww. That's so nice to hear. Thank you. It was a great show, and I really appreciate everyone tuning in with your comments, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. But here we go. This is how the first layer looks, so you can see how we've got our ink coming all the way through. What I'm going to do is let's just take that one off. We're now going to go into our next stencil. So once again, you can choose which direction of a stencil you're using. I'm going to then just pop that over the top. Because we've got the bleed area all the way around, we can use that as a guide. So we can pop that straight over the top. Once again, let's just bring in our next bit of low-tack tape, and we can just tape that just along the top. And even then, you can kind of see the shapes just peeping through. So these little yellow diamonds, these are actually being covered by a stencil, and we're away to ink the next part. So the next part, what we will do within this one is let's go for green for this one. So I'm using green topaz for this, and exactly the same. It's very repetitive, but you get such an incredible effect. I'm just blending the ink over the top of the stencil, holding it down to secure, but you can use your sprays if you want, Joe.
Oh, just to recap, sorry Craig, I did miss it myself. What ink pads are you using here with this?
So water reactive.
Water reactive, awesome.
Use water reactive.
Do you know what Debbie Fisher did yesterday? I'd never seen it done, Craig, was she layered up the pigment ink pads one over the other. I'd never seen that done before, so I thought that was also really interesting. So I guess whatever ink pad you've got, you're going to be able to use these.
Of course, yeah. Obviously, just think, you know, your quick dry are going to do that. They're exactly going to do exactly as they say, dry quick. So they're good for any of your stamping images or that. Have a play with them. The absolute best ones to use are your water reactive. And then what you can then just do, if you want to use your pigment like Debbie does, then yeah, you can come along with your even your embossing powders on top if you want.
Oh, Craig. I'm obsessed with embossing powders. It's nearly overtaking my glitter obsession, you know.
Really?
It's getting close.
That's
really is
saying
getting
a
close.
lot.
I know.
That is saying a lot.
That is gorgeous.
Now look how cool that looks. Leave it like that if you want. You know, as I say, you don't need to use them on. But then what we're going to do is let's take our last one. I'm going to pop that one into place. Let's use these areas on the outside as a guide. So now the stencil is covering these two parts that we've done. Let's bring in our final colour. Let's go for ocean blue. Bringing in our ink pad and blending tool, layer up that colour, and I'm just going to do it exactly the same like I've done before. And then now what's going to happen is we're going to then colour over the top, and that's going to then just sit on our cardstock underneath, but
Craig,
in between.
If you wanted to with these, you know, like sometimes the water reactive ink pads, you do like a blended background. Could you do like 3 separate blended backgrounds here? So you'd have like ombre on ombre on ombre. Do you know what I mean?
Of course you can, yeah. Yeah,
Gosh,
have fun.
So many options.
It's not set in stone. And if you've seen me do the technique where you emboss your stencils, these are a good quality stencil. They're a thin quality stencil, so you won't get a real deep impression, but you can still absolutely emboss with them with your embossing mat. But if we take this one out the way now and remove that one, look at that effect. How effective does that look? So 3D. It's as if you're looking in, or if you look closely, change the way that your eyes set focusing on it. It looks as though that they're actually going out. So you could go in or out. You've got that shape. You can go all the way
Shake it all
around.
about.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
bring in a topper, stamped image, anything like that you can bring over the top, and that's going to really make it come to effect.
Really beautiful. And then what you're going to do with that? Is it going to be a card? Is it going to be, oh, it'd make a great tag, Craig.
It would
make some lovely tags using those. I actually think it'd be lovely just to, I like the idea of just doing backgrounds like that and then just chopping them into little postcards, Craig, and just sending them to people with a little note on the back might be lovely.
Well, that's the thing, you know, you've got the stencils that size, 5x7, use it as 5x7, but if you want to, you can then just, of course, as Joe says, cut them down, trim them down, you can die cut them if you want, pop your toppers on, you know, if you've got any of your sentiments, there's maybe a wee bit of a tease as well with the love there, so all these different backgrounds you can be using. So focus on using them as a backdrop, but of course, they could even be on the focal as well if you want.
Awesome. So many great designs here. So many different ways of using this. Lots of you chatting away. I'll catch up on those comments in a second. Now, remember, what you are paying for is you are paying for this, basically, which is your geometric diamonds, as you can see here, that you've just seen the Scotty Hottie demonstrate himself. So you're paying for that, and then you're also going to get the geometric florals. Love this. Very sort of Moroccan tiles, almost a bit Andalusian, isn't it? Really, really lovely. And then what you're also going to get is the Argyle in there as well. $7.99 is what you should be paying, however, you are not. Oh, no, 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 no. Club Inspire Platinum members, you are saving $17.58 or $17.49. Half the stock of that collection has gone. I don't know if that is going to make it through to the later show. We had a little bit of foresight, I think, because we have got a second option for you on these as well. Now, awesome value again, buy one, get one, 2, 3, which is awesome. Now, the great thing about this is Club Inspire Platinum members, £6.39 or $9.59 if you want to get your hands on this. So you're paying for this one, which is again the Delica Daisies just here. And again, what I love about this is these two together, these work beautifully on their own together because that creates the floral element. The floral element that you can see just there. Then you've got the background. So yes, you can use them all together. You can use them separately if you want to as well. This one I love. It's the pretty peonies, which are our boss's favourite flower, the peony as well. Always good to know if you get yourself in trouble. Peonies is the way out of that hole, okay? And we've also then got this one here, which is the gorgeous Radiant Roses. Love the roses because they're so versatile, aren't they? They come in many, many colours, so it means that you can really play around with those colour combos. All you are paying for is that one, though. Remember, you are saving 70%. Club Inspire Platinum members, you're saving £17.58 or $26.38. Incredible value for money. Right, talking about incredible value for money. Everything in this show, buy one, get 2 free. I said you buy one
and you get 2 free?
You do indeed. Thank you, Craig. So we're going to, and the great thing is we're doing it across some pretty awesome products, to be honest. You know, it's not like we've got sort of clearance end of line stuff. This is really awesome product. And the same here with the collage. So these are our collage stamps. Now the thing about the collage stamps is that is a collage of different styles. So what you'll see is you've got your focal stamp here. So maybe you love painting your floral elements. You've got florals in here. Maybe you love doing heat embossing and resist backgrounds. So you can do that because you've got a background in there. You've also got flourishes in here. You've got embellishments. You've got your little extra floral bits. So if you wanted to fussy cut those. And you've got sentiments, and you've got borders, and these little splodges on here as well. Splodges is not the technical term, but you get what I mean. What I'm saying is you've got a real good mix of different types of stamps in one collection. £9.99 is what you'd pay for this one right here, which is the Heartfelt Wishes. Platinum members in the UK today, £8 is what you're going to be looking at for this. However, we're then going to give you 2 more included, totally free of charge. So you've got Born to Fly, which is this one here. I love this sort of musical score you've got going on. This frame works well to pop lots of different sentiments into as well. And then finally, you've got Cherish Every Moment. This works so beautifully with your, if you've got your aqua markers and you want to do stamping using your aqua markers and then sort of paint it out afterwards. This stamp works so beautifully for that. Love this crackle glaze you've got, as I said, as a resist effect. That would also work beautifully. $9.99, $14.95. No one's paying that. Everyone's going to take advantage of that discount, of course. What I will say is how much love there is in the comments for Craig's earlier show. Pam, PPE Pam says, hi boys. Yes, Joe, I think he had too much white chocolate today. Did he leave you any of Sarah's marshmallows? He did. The plate is outside. I feel like we need to get it in the studio, Craig. Bettina says, hi Craig and Joe, ready with a mug of coffee from a cold and windy Denmark. Oh, so glad to have you with us this morning, Bettina. It's very, very slushy at the moment, isn't it, here in the northeast, Craig? It's like everything is wet and grey and sludgy. It's not the nicest, is it?
No, I don't like that word either. Sludgy. Oh, yuck. No, but it certainly is. Yes, that horrible bit after the snow. Right, the collage ones, these are so good. These are ones, if you could be a crafter and you like to use all your stamps now, if you're not experienced, why not take a background that we've just created a moment ago, then we can start to build up all of the actual elements of the stamps. So what I mean by that, for this one, we're going to take the cherish every moment. So this gives you the rose, this gives you the spackle background, the texture background, your swirls, you've got your smaller parts as well. So then what you can do is, this could be plain cardstock, this could then be even blended ink back cardstock. What I'm going to do actually, as you can see, these do fit onto the 4x4, but I am going to just pop it onto my 6x6. And then all I'm going to do, again, water reactive, so I'm going to bring in our jet black. Now usually, when it comes to stamping detail, we would tend to use the quick dry or the pigment or the fine line, anything like that. But I think when it comes to this, which is very mixed media like, you get away with using the water reactive. And you can just start to build upon the image, the background, what you've already done before. And you don't need to be precise. So if you miss bits, don't worry about it. It all adds to the effect.
Just to say, Craig, if anyone's got those Molly Harrison stamps in their basket, they're limited stock. It is your last chance to check them out. We knew they'd go quickly. I didn't know they'd go quite this quickly. Actually, scratch that. In the time it took me to tell you, sold out and gone. Congratulations if you got your hands on them.
That is crazy. Do you know so? It's been a while since I've been on a show where we've had a sellout.
20 minutes in, Craig. 20 minutes in. What are we going to do by the later show? We're going to have nothing left by the show tonight.
And that's the thing, that's my concern, is because we try and preempt what we're going to do demo-wise. Now, I had a few things planned for later. That's out the window now. Not going to be doing that. So later on, it's certainly going to be a cup of tea time, watching you and Debbie, and I'll have to rethink my demos. But here we are. All we're doing is we're just layering up all of these ones here. Nothing precise, Joe. I'm just laying down that stamped image. Go in with a swirl if you want. Do like a swirl. So I'm popping that one in. You've seen from the start, they're going to fit your 4x4, no problem at all. But we can go in, off the page, when you're doing random, or trying to do random.
You are off the page today, Craig.
Trust me, it's not easy to do random. When you try and do random, you usually end up trying to, or end up looking as though you're doing something specific. So let's even go into there. And then all that I'm going to do is let's take one more of our stamp. This is the rose now. And then we can then pop that one on. So this is just like the background we've been creating with our inks. It's on super smooth, our white super smooth. So we can bring our white cardstock in and we're going to go over the top. Super smooth, but you can stamp onto your coloured cardstock.
You're super smooth, you know that, Craig.
Oh, I was about to say I'm a smooth criminal, but that doesn't...
Smooth operator.
Smooth
by
operator.
Sade, that's what I was thinking.
Do you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Smooth operator. See, that song's going to be in my head all day now, Joe.
I was going to sing it, but I just don't think I can do it justice, to be honest.
Yeah, see, I'm not...
Everyone is up bright and early this morning. I love, Craig, that people are watching us from all over. Here in the UK, in Europe, we've got Danish viewers with us this morning. We have got East Coast in the building. We've got West Coast in the building. Is Texas Central Time? I'm going to ask our resident American, Erin. We think it is, but we're not sure. Is Texas one of those funny states, which I think they've got the right idea, that don't change their clocks summer and winter? Or is that just Arizona? Am I getting the two confused? Our resident American, Erin, doesn't know. So I mean, how are we meant to know? Do you know what? Someone will let us know in the comments. Erin is from the East Coast in her defence. So sorry for putting you on the spot. Do you know what it is, Erin? We don't have the clocks anymore. I feel like we need the clocks back somewhere. We need some clocks. We're going to work on it. I know that our big boss Jenny loves loads of clocks in the studio, so I can't wait to see if we can get some more of those in.
here we go. All that I'm doing, I know, taking bad that I've not got the clocks. So here we are. I'm just popping that just with one foam pad. It's just to give you the impression how you're starting to build upon. You're building your layer upon layer. You're going to go around with more definition around the side, but it's all about layering. So as you bring in this one here, gives you another idea. So that back bit is just coloured ink, water reactive ink, and that is all the stamps from the Peony. So you can go straight on, maybe you just want to use one of them on their own. Look at this one. You might want to go pure on colour when it comes to that one. And then what about even, tell you what, why not even go all black and gold, do a bit of heat embossing as well. So this is where if you want to go all out, all rogue, nothing specific, you want to have fun, do your mixed media, these are great, these are perfect.
Yeah, really, really awesome. And the great thing is that you've got such an incredible deal. Remember, everything in the show, buy one, get one, 2 free. So in here, you've got Heartfelt Wishes. You've actually got 29 elements in total within this collection, which is awesome. So you've got your Heartfelt Wishes just there. You also have Born to Fly, which is that lovely. I love the music that you've got in there. And also Cherish Every Moment. You're going to get absolutely all 3 of those, which is awesome. Really busy on those, I'm hearing already. Something else that we've got on the show that I know you're going to love is the Score Master. So not just on dies and stamps, we're talking about, you know, essential tools as well. Pay for the Score Master today, okay? £12.99 if you're in the UK, or £18.99 if you are in the US. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give you a couple of really lovely bits. So we're going to give you our pumpkin Centurio Pearl, which is one of the lovely bits that you're getting, and we're also going to give you our Collage all-purpose glue as well. So this is an essential. Oh yes, it is. This is an essential, and then you're going to make something gorgeous with this. You're going to make boxes, envelopes, envelope boxes, concept cards. You're going to be doing absolutely loads. £12.99 gets you all of that. You're saving over 30% as well, which I think is incredible value for money. Really, really awesome. Don't miss out on it. We've got fancy fonts on the show. They are so fancy, they already know. This is what they come to you like. So you're going to get in here your die, and then you get a whole host of gorgeous stamps in there as well, which is brilliant. So you're going to die cut that sentiment, and then what you're going to do is you're going to stamp around it to create your own. Actually, do you know what? You're not just creating, you are curating your own sentiments. Why does curate sound so much more fancy than create?
I don't know.
What's the difference? I don't know. English is not my best language, to be honest. It's the only one I speak, but this one here is thinking of you. Now, within here, what you get is you get the die-cut element, which you're going to do here. You're not even paying for this one. I mean, we're giving it away. And then you get everything you need to sort of build your own, curate your own sentiment around it as well. So you've got thinking. It does sound better, Erin, doesn't it? Why does curate sound so fancy? You've also got thanks as well. You're not paying for that one either, which is awesome. It could be just a note to say thanks. Thanks for everything. Thanks a million. Thanks a bunch. The only one you're paying for is your special friend. That's it. So you pay for the friend, special friend. £5.99 or £7.95 is your price. Remember, it is a buy one, get 2 free. You buy one,
you get 2 free.
You do indeed. So make sure you snap it up. Lots of you letting me know that you are loving the show. See our social media superstars. They are exactly that, superstars. We've got Rachel looking after you all today, and she just had a little look online, and she says, this is... Now, I mean, it couldn't get any more complicated, Craig.
Oh, no.
So Texas is not all in the same time zone.
How big's Texas?
So, I mean, it's bigger than England, I believe. Probably as big as the UK, I would imagine, if not bigger. It's a big state, isn't it? But basically, yeah, it's not all in the same time zone. So most of Texas is Central Time, other than the 2 westernmost counties, which must be West Coast time. How interesting is that? Diane says, we in Hawaii do not use daylight saving times. It is 1:25 in the morning right now. Diane, I salute you for being with us at such a time. You must be, basically, Craig, for our Hawaiian viewers, it's basically Wake Up Call with Craig in the UK, but you're basically our version. How many times can I say basically in one sentence? You are Crafters TV's very own James Corden. It's like the late show, isn't it, for our Hawaiian viewers?
Don't give Jenny any ideas. Don't give Jenny ideas, don't give Sarah any ideas.
Carrie says Texas is CST and it has daylight saving times as well. I feel like I know so much about the US from working here, but only in a sort of geographical sense and a timings and daylight saving sense, at least. I'm going to be good for that when I finally do get to visit when all this is over. Right, Craig, what are you going to demonstrate for us next?
Right, so we're going to be using these fancy fonts. Now, I can absolutely say it, and you can all vouch for me on social media when I tell you this is one of my favourite die sets we've got when it comes to the sentiment. These and the circle ones, which happen to have some on the show as well, check out the website. What we've got is just a little bit of ink and background. I just done it a moment ago while Joe was going over them. I just used some lemon tonic and plum jam, and just done a bit of blending onto the background. Very, very simple for that one. Then what I'm going to do is, let's bring in thanks. So with this one here, you get the die and you also get the sentiment stamps to go with it. So you can create your own little topper sentiment. So what I've done is I've taken the actual die, and let's bring in a bit of black cardstock here. So I'm just chopping a little bit here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this one through. Now they're going to go through your Gemini no problem at all, but just to make it that little wee bit quicker, I'm going to use my Gemini Mini. They will of course go through your Mini as well as your MIDI. So let's just run that one through. If you are in the market of some cardstock, once again, check out Monday Makers. I've got what I'm using on then. Then let's take this one out. So straight away, a bit of black over the top. See how that just really pulls it out. Something very, very simple. What I'm going to do as well...
Hey, could you make a whole set of cards and do some that way and then do the opposite as well? So maybe cut it from the coloured element and then lay it over the black.
You can do it any way you want, absolutely.
You're in charge. Exactly. You're the boss.
You are the boss, indeed. When you get them home, you have a play, you see what you can create, you use your own products. You know, you don't necessarily have to have all of ours. We know that so many have got other brands as well. Mix and match them. You know, it's not exclusive to ours. But what I'm doing is just a little bit of matting and layering. Let's just pop that one in quickly. So a little black layer. And these are great if you're wanting to make really, really quick cards, but really effective cards. Pop in the word thanks into the middle. Now, leave it like that if you want, Joe, but what you get is you get the stamps as well to go with them. Now, what I'm going to do is maybe if we come close up just to let you see them a bit better there. So these are going to work with your die. So within these ones here, you've got for everything. So then that's going to be thanks for everything. Then you've got so much, you've got a bunch, for all that you do, for your help, special, just a note to say. So then this is where that you can start to have a little fun. You can make little sentences, little verses, or you can really build upon them and make longer ones. So I'm going to then, let's bring in, so we've got thanks, let's do for everything that you do. So let's bring our stamping platform in, and also use these stamps on their own, Joe, if you want as well. You don't have to. You know how we've got those vertical stamping dies? Why not use these stamps with the vertical dies on them? Mix
absolutely.
And match. Bringing in, let's bring in a bit of jet black.
Do you know what I'm loving about the craft vault, Craig, is that, you know, a lot of people, maybe in the new year, were watching the pennies a little bit, but how many awesome deals are there on this show, none of which really are going to break the bank? Do you know what? I think you could probably go for everything in the show and it'd be less than a couple of £100. It's not often that we get to say that, and you're only paying for one thing and you're getting two things extra. And I think, do you know what? Normally, Craig, in the new year, a lot of us are like, well, I'm going to save money this year, I'm going to slim down, I'm going to start exercising. That's not what we're doing in the UK here, and I'm sure for you in lots of the parts of the US, we're just getting through it. Do you know what? And if that means treating ourselves to some new things and, you know, doing the things that we love and doing a little bit of extra crafting, then I think absolutely, why not? All bets are off at the moment, Craig, aren't they?
I completely agree with you, Joe, absolutely. You do. There comes a time, this is still this time, where you just need to think, do you know what? I need to do what is best for myself, what makes me happy. A few treats every now and again. But I say treats, you look at the prices on Craft Vault, but you're looking at what you're getting with them. It's absolutely extraordinary. But can you imagine that on a little card blank? You can imagine that in, you know, one of those little boutique stores?
Yeah.
You know, something that's very simple with a bit of colour. If you use your pigment ink pad, why not use your clear embossing powders as well? Take it to the next level. But you've got thanks for everything. Keeping in mind you've got all the additional sentiments that you could use instead, but why not use the thanks with some of the stamps that you're getting with thinking, and also you've got a special friend too. So just quickly, here's a few things. Whether your sparkle pen, see how nice that is with the black and gold. Something very simple with just a few flowers. What about going all out with flower form and foam? There's the stencils that we had earlier on as well. So bringing in your stamps as well. So there's just so much. You can do large cards, small cards, you can do concept cards. Really is so much. Or why not layer them all up into a DL card? So effective. I love them, love them.
Yeah, really, really gorgeous. And the great thing, love them even more when you're only paying for one of them. All you're paying for is, you're just paying for your friend, which is honestly a story of my life. But what you've got is the die cut element here. It's going to cut this for you, and then all of those stamps that you're going to be able to curate your own sentiment. So you've got friend, you've also got thinking with lots of things on there, like on your, of you, birthday, and then you've got thanks as well. Now, we had a big stock of this, but it is going very, very fast. So who knows if we'll see that, if that will still be with us in the later show. I don't know what we're going to do in the later show if everything sells out. We've had such a massive response already to this first of our brand new craft files. And remember, we are with you. Well, we're with you all day basically now. With you 7 hours a day, Monday to Friday, 6 hours at the weekend is our new schedule. How blooming exciting is that? We're going to move on to the circular sentiments now. I want to just quickly use the product itself to show you how this works. So what you've got is you've got two nesting dies in the middle here. Then you've got the sentiment die around the outside, which cuts the sentiment. In this case, it's Feel Better. Then you've got the die, the stamp here, sorry, and the die to cut the stamp. Now, there's loads of different ways that you're going to be able to use these. You're not even paying for the Feel Better one, by the way. You're getting that absolutely free of charge. You're paying for your friend again, are you? Honestly, friends, they're always paying for your friends, aren't you? This one here with Sympathy, again, you can see how this has been used. This has been cut in, it's been layered up. Really, really gorgeous, and also special friend. So it is only special friend that you're paying for. $7.99, $12.95. Love these little cute characters that you've got in each one of these as well. But you get all three of them for $7.99, which is absolutely awesome. And the great thing is that means Club Inspired Platinum members, you're saving $17.58 or $28.49. Which is absolutely gorgeous.
Joe, can I just say as well,
Of
these
course.
are my favourite set of dies ever. You know, we've got this smaller collection now, but these are my favourite sets. I just love the sentiment. Ever. Yeah, and I've said it on Facebook and Instagram so many times. So yeah.
Now, Craig's favourite ever dies, buy one, get two free. Hello. Yes, make sure you grab those. Right, we're going to go back and I want to share with you the Schmetterlings because it is very, very busy on them. I want to show you what you're paying for, which is the Rose Bloom is the element that you're paying for, which is a gorgeous stamp and die collection, which is brilliant. So you can see that there. There is your Rose Bloom. What you've got is the layering stamp to stamp out the imagery, and then the dies which are going to enable you to cut that out, which is absolutely awesome. We're also going to give you the intricate trellis included as well. What I love about this one is you've got a removable inside and outside edge on these, which is fantastic. And you're going to get the Schmetterlings themselves as well. The saving here is colossal because Club Inspired Platinum members, you save $36.98 or $53.93. So big savings here to be had across our craft vault. And remember, craft vault episode 1 or edition 1, installment 1, let's go with that, at 11 AM. But don't forget, like all good things, we need to have a follow-up, don't we, later in the day. We need to have a, no, not spin-off, what's the word, Craig, that I'm looking for?
Spin-off?
No, when you have a movie and it's a fantastic, so they make another one. What do they call it? A sequel, thank you. Was having a moment there. So we need to have a sequel. I know Craig's like, what's going on with him? We need to have a sequel, which we will have at 7 PM this evening, UK time, 2 PM Eastern time. This Nature's Garden collections, and Craig, like all of our Nature's Garden collections, let's face it, was exceptionally popular. When can you ever really have too many butterflies?
You can't. You simply can't. If there was ever a symbol that unified crafting, it's going to be butterfly. So within this one here, what I'm going to do is taking my smooth card. Now this one here is, I'm going to keep this one relatively quick for this one. I'm going to show you the layering stamp. This is so effective within this one here. And it really goes to show how you can create a really nice rose with, it gives you that roundness, that effect to it here. So let's take that one out of the way for the time being, layering it up. So when it comes to the stamp, we're just going to take this one all the way out here. We've got the dies as well to go with them. So although Joe was showing you the packs there, 3 separate packs, you've actually got a number of elements within each one. So let's take our rose. So this is our layering rose, or our rose bloom. So I'm going to take my layers out. So for this one, what we're going to do is, if you're familiar with our layering stamps, it's all about, you know, your darker and lighter tones. So let's go for Pale Fig and Plum Jam for this one. Now you can use your layering stamps if you want, or your layering platform, but I'm just going to go direct using my stamping platform, Joe.
We're having all the time zone bants today over in the comments, Craig. Remember, if you want to get in touch with us, you can have a little bit of a salacious gossip with me on Facebook, Crafters TV, or across on YouTube as well. Loving the giggles from a dark California at 3:30 in the morning, says Katie, but totally worth getting up for. Oh, isn't that sweet? Lena's letting me know as well that apparently Indiana is like that as well, whereas the part of the state is on the East Coast, Craig, and the other part is in the Central Time Zone.
So
there
many
you go.
of them, isn't there?
Eleanor, I mean, how are we meant to keep up? Eleanor lets me know I never knew that about Texas's time zones, and I'm from the US. It is very, very confusing. It's a very interesting. What I can't get over about the States is just how big it is, and the fact that it's still all one country. That's the bit that blows my mind. And I went to Florida, and Florida was bigger than England. I was like, and this is just one tiny state.
Some of the states you look. Actually, funny enough, you saying that last night. I don't know if you've been watching it, Joe. On a Sunday night, we have the new series of David Attenborough's
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Wow. And last night was all about the sun. But he was referring to some countries out there and the size of them, and compared to the UK, some of them are humongous.
Have you ever looked on, you know where you have an atlas of like a map of the world, Craig, that you have on the wall? Do you know that that's not really how it all looks? Like basically, to make it more aesthetically pleasing and easier to understand, the way it looks on the wall, it's been sort of realigned slightly, and some of the countries have been made smaller and some of them have been made bigger, so it makes more sense. If after the show, go onto Google and search for the real atlas and what it actually looks like, and it's completely different. Some of the countries are even different sizes. There you go, top tidbit for the day there. That looks gorgeous, Craig.
I suppose, obviously, because you've got, if you're on the globe, the roundness of the globe is going to be different.
Absolutely.
If it's a
well, Greenland looks like it's like the same size as Canada, and in fact, it's you know, it's no bigger than Newton Aycliffe. No, I'm joking, but it's not that big, is all I'll say.
yeah, I know. The mind boggles at the size of them, isn't it? Absolutely mind boggles. So I'm just going to die cut this one, and then what I'll do is I'll show you how this looks when it's die cut, and I'll show you a few finished samples. I knew this one would be a popular one. But then this is where you can then tie them all in. So whether you're using the frame that Joe was showing you to then just tie that in as a backdrop, maybe on top of one of the stencils that you've got as well. Why not incorporate the fancy font? It's up to yourself. You just want to do layering stamps, you can absolutely do that. So you can see on this one, because the creativeness is in your full control, you can go whatever colour you want. It could be a red rose, it could be a yellow rose, but within this one just here, I've gone for the pale pink as well as the plum jam. But what I'm going to do is, if I bring this one in, so we're going to be having a look towards the bottom here. So if this is going to be the concept of your card, it could be maybe a stopper maybe for your card. It's entirely up to yourself as well. It could be the focal point. It could be the edge of maybe a scrapbook page or memory book that you're doing. Very, very simple. Circle, mat and layer within the middle and see how sizable that is. You've also got your actual die as well as the stamp of the leaves, so you can create the curvature that goes all the way around. Again, another one, stamping on a craft card that you can see here works really, really well. Poking out the corners. just poking out the corners just there, it really just adds that little bit of extra enhancement to it. But you can see on this one here, don't know where that one's from, let's take that one out of the way. There you go, you've got the butterflies here. These butterflies are stamped and die, so stamp the butterflies out, colour them in, and then die cut them out as well. Very, very simple, but you can go all out. What about home decor frame? Some of those butterflies just stamped out, die cut out, and that's all that you need to do.
Awesome. It really, really is busy on this, Craig, as I knew it would be. What you're paying for is the Rose Bloom, which is this one just here. Really beautiful, a lovely stamp and die collection. But then what we're also going to give you, of course, included is those gorgeous trellises, and you're going to get the butterflies. The schmetterlings included in there as well. As a little three-piece collection, I think it's a really gorgeous one. So definitely grab hold of that. I want to show you something that we weren't going to show it to you, but it aired in our wake-up call show with Craig today, and it was so busy that we thought we're going to have to bring it back and give you another chance to see it, just in case you missed the wake-up call. And it's our double-sided box dies. Now these are absolutely awesome. Now, in one pass, it makes the box lid and the box base for you, which the engineering in here, I'm going to level with you. It blows my tiny mind. I can't lie to you. So you've got that in there. That's all you're paying for. And then what we're going to give you is a beautiful floral bouquet, which is this one just here. And then you're going to get the pearl cardstock from our Crafty Fun collection, which is gorgeous quality, as all of our pearl cardstock is. It is so delicious. You've got in that gorgeous turquoise blue, the red, the pink, and the yellow. You've got 6 of these. They're double-sided as well, which is awesome. Great value there. You're saving $19.98 or $27.90. Which is fantastic. So make sure you grab hold of those. Right, we're going to move on to our shaker card, because you guys absolutely love these and they're so popular. I'm going to use this board just here to show you the concept and how it works. So this one is your Celebrate the Season. This is the free one. Well, you're going to get 2 of them free. You're not even paying for that, which I just think is absolutely awesome. So what you've got here is it cuts out the 2 elements for you. You layer up the top layer over the base layer with your shaker foam in there. You've got all of your stamps in here that you need, and your dies to do all of the cutting and the embellishing, which is everything. And then this is what you end up with. This is the concept. So you end up with a card with an aperture in there with something to shake about inside, which is awesome. You're going to get the love always, because do you know why? It should always be love. Always love. Love is the answer. $14.99 or $19.95. That's what you should be paying for one. You should be paying for that one. You get the other 2 totally free of charge. Again, another awesome deal. Shaker cards, Craig. They've been around for a long time. They're going to be around for a long time. I just think they're a load of fun, you know.
They're so much fun. And the good thing with our shaker card dies is the fact is you can do a number of different shaker styles. So what we're doing is we're just taking one of the heart ones. So within this set here, you do get your additional inner part. So you can create a shaker element that's separate. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut it into our card. So let's run this one through. I've got some acetate ready to go. So I'm going to trim that down very, very quickly. And then as this one comes out, what we're going to do is then run our tape just on the background. This is then, as you can see here, creating our aperture of our heart. Now this is actually the bit that we want. We don't actually need this bit. We could be using it elsewhere. But what I'm going to do is let's pop just adhesive all the way around. I would use a red liner tape, but what I'll do is take in these ones here. Let's just press it into place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that excess just here. As I say, Joe, you're going to be a lot slower than I am. I just want to show you the idea.
We're getting all the love today, Craig. Denise, she just says, I absolutely love Joe and Craig. That's it. No more. I'm happy with that. I'll take it. I feel like my work here is done for the day, Craig.
Good, good. Oh, you are away. You've gone. Oh, you're back. You're back. Don't leave me. I need you the rest of the day.
Why did I automatically think of that time when you said chase me then?
Oh, see, I know. I think of Titanic. You know, when he goes, Jack, Don't go, Jack. I don't know why I think of Titanic when I think that.
Oh, I was, over Christmas, I thought, oh, what film shall I put on? And it was quite late. You know when you're umming and ahhing whether it's too late to start a film?
Yeah.
It's like 9-ish. I put Titanic on, I forgot it's like three and a
like
bit
3.5
hours
hours
long.
long,
It was like
yeah.
gone midnight. I thought it was never going to end, Craig.
I know, it keeps going and going and going, doesn't it? Brilliant film though, brilliant film. So what I've done now, so I've cut my aperture, I've popped a bit of acetate on the back, and I've just popped our actual foam tape. So let's put a little bit of glitter into the middle, and then we can then take the backing off, making sure when you put your shaker tape on, what happens is you then just meet into each part, and then that just stops any of your glitter falling out. Could be sequins, it could be any of your micro beads, it could be any of your die cut pieces that fall out, but then I'm pressing it, and Joe, that's all that I'm doing because I want to show you the concept of the shaker. So look at that, how you can create your shaker within the middle, how that looks there, but then why not go all out and you can do it into square cards and do your double ones.
Oh, fancy.
Look at that, how fancy is that? Black and gold. Now look at that sequence. We've got buttons within that one there. Lots of cool things that you can see into there. There's a star as well. Check out this star here. And these are these stars, these die cut as well that you can actually use too. But don't forget, you can even use your own shaker or create your own shaker that's separate from your card blank. So it could be hanging on a tree for if you want. It's up to you.
Absolutely. Let me just take a moment to remind you what you're getting included in there. There's so much chatter, Craig, but it's so fast and furious. I don't know if I'm going to get through it all. Beads and Stones Beading says, I've missed the Schmetterlings. Yvonne, she says she couldn't decide what to go for. She wanted it all, so she's just bought the whole dang show, as she says here. Craig is on fire with the demos as well. Says Sally Ray is loving the roses. Tiffany is in Australia. I don't think we've spoken to Tiffany in Australia before. Tiffany, where in Australia are you? Please do let me know. The shaker cards. Let me remind you exactly what you're getting in there. So you are paying for the time to shine, which is the one on the right side of your screen there. You're getting the other two free of charge. Love always and celebrate the seasons. You buy one, you get two free. I said you buy one,
you get two free.
You do indeed. How exciting. Right, let's move on to, move back to, I should say, our Kaleidoscope Stencils. They are so awesome. They are 3 stencils that you can use individually, but when you use them together, boom, you get something absolutely awesome. This one here is the geometric diamonds, which I love. And then this one here is your geometric florals. It's a little bit Andalusian, isn't it? It's almost Moroccan-esque, I would say. You've also got the Argyle coming in that collection for you as well. Shut the front door, shut the back door, lower the blinds, fire up the smoke machines, put on your heels and put the bins out. Limited stock on that one, 90% sold through. You're not going to see that one again. In fact, it's going under there because I know it's going to go any minute. You won't be seeing it in the later show. If it's in your basket, I need you to check it out right away. Because if you don't check it out now, then someone else will grab it from you. Now, when that goes, we do have another set of layering stencils for you. However, we don't have as many of these as we would like either. So you will need to be quick for these. In here, you're going to get the Delica Daisies, which is this one here. Now, the thing is with this one, you're getting 3 stencils. You could totally either use these 2 on their own, you could use these 2 together, this one on its own, or this one on its own. So loads of different options for you, but then use it all together, boom, you've got something beautiful. Delicate Daisies, you're also going to get pretty Peonies in here, and you're going to get also the Radiant Roses as well. $7.99 is what you should be paying for one. That gets you all 3, saving almost 2/3, which is awesome. Craig, I know we are rapidly running out of time. There is so much to cram into every one of these craft vaults, isn't there? Loads of great deals on here. People really loving the demonstrations as well. Right, what do you think we can squeeze into the last sort of 6 minutes then, Craig?
Right, let's go for the Delicate Daisies on these ones here, and let's show you how these look. These work in exactly the same way as what we showed you earlier on. However, what happens is it's actually an image that builds upon. What I mean by that is it says daisy in the name, so it's going to create a daisy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our stencil number 1, and because these are going to go in a specific layer, you do get a number on them, but you don't need to hold it to that. You can, of course, go in any order you want. There is still some stickiness on the back from the last time they were used. So let's then take our pale fig for this one. So we're going to go over the top, we're bringing in that pale fig, and we're just blending that colour in. And if you want to go in deep with the one shade of colour, you can. But if you want to blend so it's going to be deeper all the way around, you can. However, I'm not worrying too much about going within the middle because we're actually going to come and cover that centre bit in a second.
I wonder how our resident delivery driver is getting on today. Cheryl, because Cheryl watches us. I believe Cheryl's in Niagara. She watches us, Craig. Well, she doesn't watch us, she just listens to us. She has her earpods in, and she's doing her delivery rounds, and she's got us on her phone in her pocket, but she's worried with 7 hours of programming that her phone battery might not last. So,
might not.
Cheryl, if you are watching, I feel like you need to let us know how what the battery situation's like. Maybe you could keep us updated through the day. I just want to make sure, because I think if not, we need to organise some sort of power bank to be sent out to you or something, because we can't have you, missing any of our shows when you are on your delivery round. So let us know. And Nikki, love them. Lynn saying as well, absolutely loving the extra shows, even though I'm working at the same time. It's great that I'm still able to watch and listen. Unfortunately, next week I won't see the shows until 4 p.m. Because I'm timetabled to go into school to teach the key workers children. Well, do you know what, Lynn? That is a shame you won't be able to join us live. But the great thing is, Craig, isn't it? You can always catch up on all of our shows at any time over on our website. So you never need to miss any of our Crafters TV shows. That looks beautiful. Those daisies look lovely, Craig.
You try to say something about the way I say daisies.
Daisy.
So you can see how
daisies.
Daisy. You can see how these come together here. And it's been an early morning, I'm telling you. Right, let's bring in that last stencil here. So this has got the decorative detail, which you can use.
Cheryl's fine, by the way. She says she can hear us giggling. It's absolutely fine. So Cheryl's all good on the battery front at the moment. I know you were worried, Craig.
Oh, that's all right. I can sigh relief then. But what we're going to do then is let's bring in our ocean blue for this one. Let's add a bit of colour onto the background and let's see. I was totally surprised the other day. I hadn't heard about our delivery driver until you told me.
Did you not?
The other day. No.
Our Cheryl's always watching. Sally Bond says, okay, own up. Who stole the last hour? Which is true. Where does it go? I mean, we've only got, a few minutes left now on this hour. It absolutely fly by. It's because there's so many things to cram into each hour. That's what it is. And also, Craig, same products on the lineup later, but all new demonstrations. Is that right? So if you've gone for it, you've got to make sure you tune in to see even more ways of using it.
I can assure you it'll be different demonstrations because some of the demos that I've done, you've sold them out. So I'm going to have to rethink what I was doing. But yeah, that is going to be the plan for later on. Now, I'm not worried too much about going over onto my daisy. I've left it as it is. The key thing is about getting that background on the background, and all that you're just going to do is, as I like to say, you're just going to dodge the daisy. You're just not going to put any of the ink, blue ink, where the daisy is.
You're such a daisy dodger.
I am a daisy dodger. I really, really am. So you can see here how that now looks, how we're building that image. You've got that focal point to the front with the daisy. We've got that backdrop with, obviously, that decorative design when it comes to the stencil. Use the daisy on its own, use the backdrop on its own. It's entirely up to you. Even decoupage into the middle if you want. You know how I love a bit of decoupage, so do that if you want as well.
Absolutely.
Maybe even bring in some of the other ones that you got earlier on.
Cheryl also has got back in touch with me again today. She says she has bought herself a power bank, Craig, which is great. So she's not going to miss this. She's obviously just finished her drop and now she'll let me know. But she then says, I forgot the cord. What am I like? Talking about what am I like? Debbie with a rye. Debbie is back with us on Saturday. I'm going to be here with Debbie on Saturday. I'm so excited. The ones that you've just seen here that Craig just demonstrated for us, are the Radiant Roses, which is this one just here. You've also got the Delica Daisies here as well. Oh, Daisy. And you've got the Peony there as well. Hanging on by an absolute thread also are the geometrics. So let me just share with you again those. You've got that geometric diamond there. I mean, beyond limited stock now. What? 3% of the stock is left on these ones. You've got the geometric florals and you're getting that Argyle in there as well. Incredible value for money. We've got 1 minute left. Where on earth does the time go? Our brand new schedule, remember, Monday to Friday, we're going to be here with you 7 hours a day, 6 hours a day at the weekend. Still to come in an hour's time, myself and my TV wife, Debbie Fisher, will be up with you with a masterclass edgeable, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Then myself and Craig are going to be back with Monday Makers. Craig, what are we going to be seeing on Monday Makers today?
Right, we might have a bit of double-sidedness within the show as well. We're going to do a bit of colouring as well. We've got some stamping as well. I know I say it's a lot, but I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yes, it is. And craft ambassadors, they're back. Oh yeah, they are. And don't forget, second instalment of Craftfelt. I mean, what a time to be alive. See you in an hour. Bye.